What if the foods you've trusted your entire life, the ones your parents told you were good, the ones you grew up eating every day, the ones that sit on your kitchen counter right now, were silently damaging your heart, your metabolism, your gut, and even your brain, and you had no idea? Every week, patients walk into a cardiologist's office confused, frustrated, and scared. But the most shocking part isn't the heart disease. It's the foods they think are healthy that aren't. Today, we're breaking down the misunderstood health foods that might be silently hurting you, and how to actually protect your cardiovascular health by fixing your diet, your gut, your stress, and your daily habits. Let me start with the question everyone asks: is all bread bad? Cardiologist. No, not all bread is bad. But I will say this: most bread is. The worst of the worst. Simple white bread. It's basically 10 teaspoons of sugar disguised as food. A single slice hits your bloodstream like a sugar spike bomb. White bread is pure carbohydrate. Almost no nutrition. Rapidly absorbed. Paired with gluten and lectins. And heavily processed. Cardiologist. You're better off eating nothing than eating white bread. It's not a food, it's a survival carbohydrate. Now, there is a bread that's less harmful: fermented sourdough. Why? Because the fermentation process breaks down some lectins and antinutrients, making it gentler on digestion. But even then, small amounts. Once or twice a week. Not treated as a healthy staple. Host. So bread is mostly empty calories? Cardiologist. Exactly. It fills the stomach but starves the body. Let's talk about rice. Billions of people live on rice every day. Can it really be unhealthy? Cardiologist. Rice today has a hidden danger: arsenic. Most rice grows in flooded fields. Those fields now contain arsenic, heavy metals, contaminated soil, polluted water, and rice absorbs all of it. Host. Arsenic. That's a poison people use to murder each other with. Cardiologist. Exactly. It damages the gut, the liver, the nerves, and long-term, increases disease risk. So if you're going to eat rice, you have to prepare it correctly. The safe rice method. Soak overnight. This pulls arsenic out. Drain the water completely. Cook with fresh water. Drain the cooking water again. Refrigerate the rice overnight. Reheat before eating. When you do this, the rice becomes resistant starch. Meaning, it won't spike insulin. It won't cause rapid weight gain. It feeds your good gut bacteria. It supports metabolic health. Host. So instead of us absorbing the carbs, our bacteria eat it? Cardiologist. Exactly. And that's what we want. You mentioned something surprising: that burned food becomes toxic? Cardiologist. Yes. When you burn, char, fry, or blacken food, you create advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. Nature can't create these compounds on its own. Only very high temperatures can. So, air frying, deep frying, pan frying, grilling until black, over toasting, crispy skin, all create AGEs. These molecules cause systemic inflammation, arterial irritation, early aging, higher heart disease risk. Your body has receptors to clear AGEs, but modern diets completely overwhelm those receptors. Cardiologist. If you constantly eat burned food, you constantly inflame your body. Okay, here's a controversial one: fruit. Most people think fruit is healthy. What do you think? Cardiologist. Fruit is only healthy in season, in small amounts. Today's fruit is super sweet, engineered to be larger, available year-round, loaded with fructose. Fructose is the same sugar that drives fatty liver, insulin resistance, belly fat, chronic inflammation, heart disease. Cardiologist. I had a patient who lived on fruit, breakfast, lunch, dinner. He had mental health issues, gut issues, and cardiovascular problems. The moment we reduced the fruit, his health changed dramatically. Fruit is not bad. Excess fruit is seasonal, small, natural, not constant. All processed foods today have one thing in common: vegetable seed oils. These include sunflower oil, soybean oil, canola oil, corn oil, safflower oil, vegetable oil blends. They are ultra-processed, high in omega-6, unstable when heated, and highly inflammatory. Cardiologist. This imbalance, too much omega-6 and not enough omega-3, is one of the major drivers of heart disease today. If you have these oils at home, throw them out. Use instead extra virgin olive oil, butter, ghee, coconut oil. Simple swaps, huge impact. Let's talk about physical signs. If someone is sitting at home right now, wondering if they might have poor cardiovascular health, what should they look for? Cardiologist. 1. Belly fat. Not just weight, where the weight is. Visceral fat, deep belly fat, is a major predictor of heart disease. 2. Chronic joint pain. Most people think joint pain is age or arthritis. Often, it's systemic inflammation and gut issues. When we fix the gut, joint pain improves. Autoimmune symptoms calm. Psoriasis improves. Rheumatoid symptoms decrease. 3. Poor sleep. Fragmented sleep drives. Higher cortisol. More sympathetic activation. Faster heart aging. 4. Skin issues. Eczema, psoriasis, rashes, often tied to gut inflammation, which is tied to heart inflammation. Bad breath connected to heart health. Cardiologist. Absolutely. Your mouth has its own microbiome, and research shows bad teeth, gum disease, chronic infections, bad breath are linked to early valve disease, coronary calcification, aortic stenosis. Chronic sinusitis, especially fungal, is also a major source of inflammation. Cardiologist. Your mouth is the front door to your cardiovascular system. People love caffeine. But can too much actually damage the heart? Cardiologist. Yes, absolutely. Moderate caffeine is fine. But excessive caffeine overstimulates the sympathetic nervous system, your fight or flight mode. This causes palpitations, arrhythmias, high blood pressure, anxiety, dehydration, neuromodulator imbalance. Host. So coffee isn't good because of caffeine? Cardiologist. No, coffee is healthy because of soluble fiber, polyphenols. These feed your gut bacteria. Caffeine is not the benefit, the fiber is. Heart palpitations are scary. When should someone actually worry? Cardiologist. There are 2 scenarios. Dangerous, seek help immediately. Blocked arteries, cardiomyopathy, valve disease, known heart issues. Common but not dangerous, especially in younger people. Stress, too much caffeine, poor gut health, weakened vagus nerve, parasympathetic imbalance, dehydration, poor sleep, nutrient deficiencies. When we fix the gut, the vagus nerve improves. When the vagus nerve improves, the heart rate stabilizes. We have been too narrow, too limited, too simplistic in how we think about heart disease. It's not caused by genetics alone, cholesterol alone, blood pressure alone. It's caused by everything. What you eat, how you cook, how often you eat, your stress, your gut microbiome, your sleep, your environment, your nervous system. Everything affects the arteries. Host. So heart disease isn't a heart problem, it's a whole body problem. Cardiologist. Exactly.